Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. If you want to drop 30, 50, or even 100 pounds, listen, man, I'm about to share with you a way that may not be all that fun, but you will absolutely drop weight doing it, okay? You will drop, I'm talking about 20, 30, even up to like 35 pounds in 3 months, or 40 to 60 pounds in 6 months. This does not have to take a very long time to lose weight, guys, okay? And so with that said, I'm going to break down a couple of different things that I've noticed that don't really seem all that fun, man. When you really think about the grand scheme of things, because I've been coaching over the past 15 years, and I think about the things that I have my coaching clients doing. It may not look like the most sexy thing that you might see on social media, like these trainers doing backflips and doing these crazy acrobatic workouts, but my clients getting results, okay? And so I don't know about y'all. I don't care about all them acrobatic things. As long as I'm getting the results, meaning you looking good in your clothes, you looking good when you take your clothes off, hey, man, that's all I care about, all right? And so I'm getting ready to share with y'all these things, okay? So number one, if you're not tracking, you're slacking, guys. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. What I see most people who have a hard time losing weight doing, who are struggling to lose weight, they're just eating healthy. They're like, yeah, man, I'm eating healthy, man. I'm trying to lose the stomach. I'm trying to lose the weight, but the weight ain't coming off like they want it to. And it's not always just weeks or months. Sometimes this is years for folks trying to lose weight. And the reason they're having a hard time is because they're just trying to find the fancy recipes all on social media. They're going on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, looking at these videos and photos of these recipes that look really cool and nice. And yeah, let me just try this out. And it may be a healthy meal. But why do these people still struggle losing weight? They're not tracking how much they're eating. Guys, if you're not tracking, you're slacking. You got to start using an app like MyFitnessPal. That way you could be eating those same foods. But if you don't know the right amount to eat, guys, you're not going to lose the weight. These are things I have my coaching clients doing. Even though guys, when people join my coaching program, I build out their entire meal plan. I show them the best foods for them to eat. Their proteins, their fruits, their vegetables, their starchy carbs, the whole nine. Every meal is dialed in. But guess what else is dialed in? How many calories they need to eat, how much protein they need to eat. And I want them to know it so well and have so much clarity that I have them track it. Even though I built out everything I still want them to track it in MyFitnessPal so that they have that clarity. And so that way they're not hoping or guessing or just praying that they're going to lose the weight. Guys, you got to do what is required to lose the weight. You might luck up and lose some weight just eating healthy, but wouldn't you like to know that if you had to do it again, if you had to teach it to your kids, if you had to teach it to a friend or a family member, they can go out and get the same job done as you. But you can't do that if you don't know how much you're consuming. You're just eating healthy recipes, the nice and pretty recipe. Now, if you want to see that weight coming off, you got to start tracking, okay? Might not seem all that fun, but once you get into a rhythm and a habit of doing these things, guys, you'll start to notice patterns of success. This is what I do as a coach. I help people recognize patterns of success. Hey, you ever woke up? I was doing a coaching call the other day, and I was talking to my clients. I was like, so, hey, y'all ever just had a day where you just felt like you were just in flow? Everything was just going so well. Everybody has those days. Some people have more than others. But there are certain things that led up to you having a day like that. But if you're not tracking what's going on throughout your days, throughout your weeks, you're just leaving it up to chance. But the people who have more frequent days like that, they're aware of the patterns. We can't become aware of the patterns unless we track it. Okay? If you don't know what foods you're eating, let me give it to you in a different way. If you don't know what foods you're eating on a daily basis and how much you're eating, you going around almost every other day feeling bloated. You feeling like you have brain fog. I have people hit me up all the time. Man, I'm just tired of having brain fog, man. Man, I got acid reflux. Because if you tracked what you're eating, you can start doing like an elimination diet to understand, okay, well, let me stop eating this food right here. Stop drinking this 7 lemonade. Maybe this might be what's causing me to be bloated. Maybe this is what might be causing me to have brain fog. But you won't know if you're not tracking, guys. All right? It ain't sexy, but it gets the results. All right? So that's number one. Number two, sticking to the rule of 3. I talked about this in my book called Gut to Abs. You can find it on Amazon. And I started doing this because I came up with this method because I'm real busy. And most people who I tend to help are also busy. You have family members, you have children, you might have a husband or a wife, you know, you have a very demanding career. A lot of people I help, they either in tech, you know, they in real estate, they investors, they attorneys, they busy. You know what I'm saying? You busy people. And so you don't have all this time in the day to just be at the gym 2-3 hours a day like a bodybuilder. You don't have time. And so what was happening to me was I'd be so busy, and then by the time it was time to eat, I was starving. I'm like, God, man, I just got to put something in my stomach, man. I'm too hungry. I don't have time to be thinking about what I'm going to cook. Let me just get something quick. That's what happens to most people. But when you have the rule of 3, meaning you know what your top 3 meals are going to be for breakfast. You know what your top 3 go-to meals are going to be for lunch and dinner. You know what your top 3 proteins and fruits and vegetables and snacks are going to be. It takes all the guesswork out because you know what your go-tos are versus what most people do. Most people, they just wing it. If they hungry as hell, they just go get something that's quick, something that's convenient. They have some chips or some cashews nearby, wonder why they bloated and tired all the time. It's the junk food you eat out of convenience. Versus, hey man, here's my go-to. My snacks, man, I got me a yogurt. I'm eating me a yogurt. Or if I don't eat the yogurt, I'm gonna do me a protein shake. If I don't do the protein shake, I'm gonna do me a protein bar. See, I got my go-tos, guys. Yeah, I got my go-tos. Your boy ain't never stressed about what he go eat. Cause I got my rule of 3. I know if I don't want to eat egg whites, I'm going to eat eggs. I know if I don't want to eat turkey sausage, I'm going to do turkey bacon or chicken sausage. You got to have your go-tos, man. A lot of people are just winging it, wondering why they're getting winging it results. Stepping on the scale, and they're like, damn, man, why the weight ain't going down? Man, I've been doing this too long. I know some of y'all frustrated. I'd be frustrated too. Because some folks that I've been talking to, I just had a coaching client just join a couple of minutes ago. Shouts out to LaTiffany for joining the coaching program. But she's been struggling for years to lose weight. Years. That's exhausting, man. That's exhausting. I have a coaching client that's been in my program, I think about 7-8 months now, something like that. Her name always slips me. April was struggling to lose weight for years, guys. I think she said, to be exact, it was like 11 years of her life. As she had her children, and she could just never catch back up. The weight just kept on packing on. Now she's down over 60 pounds. Over 60 pounds after struggling for like 11 years with her weight. That's no way to live, guys. Some folks are just normalizing trauma. Like the trauma of carrying so much weight that causes so much stress. Makes your life so much harder because you got energy, but you don't have the energy that you really need to perform at a high level on a daily basis, to be able to enjoy life at a high level because you're tired. The weight weighing you down. You feeling self-conscious about your clothes not fitting the way you want them to because the weight is making you feel insecure about yourself. People judging you. No good, man. All right? And so, very, very important to use the rule of 3. That helps you simplify your life. Okay? That's number 2. Might not be fun, might not be all that fun, but it gets the results. Number 3, you got to make dates with the weights. Yeah, everybody watching me on Instagram right now, y'all see the shirt? Y'all see the shirt? Make dates with the weights. Yes, I might make a another shirt that say, make dates with the motherfucking weights. I don't know. It might just be me. Somebody might buy it. But anyway, going to the gym 3 to 4 days a week, consistently, on a weekly basis, it can be boring. It ain't all that fun all the time. You know, but I tell you what is fun, being able to look at yourself in the bathroom mirror when your clothes off. And you're like, whoo, boy, that boy body's smoking. When you look at your girl, or your boo thing, or your wifey, whoever it is, and you're like, whoo, girl, you over there doing it. Your body is bodying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You gotta hit them weights. And ain't nobody worried about no boring ass workout if that body on point. Ain't nobody feeling bored when that body on point. So going to the gym 3 to 4 days a week might not be all that fun. You might get a little bored. There's gonna be some days where you don't feel like hitting the gym. Guys, I have plenty of days I don't feel like hitting the gym. But I go out of the habit of wanting to stay consistent. I go out of the habit of wanting to be disciplined. And yeah, you know, when your body on point, man, that's fun. It's real fun. Can you get to put on the clothes you want to wear? You don't have to, sacrifice on the type of clothes you really want to wear. You know, you feel free. You grab a shirt out the closet, you're like, ooh, yeah, that feels good. Let me try another one on. Ooh, that motherfucker look good too. No limits. Ain't that what Usher said? No limits, baby. You see what I'm saying? And so I want you to be able to live a life without limits. You have the energy to do what you want to do. You have the look, the body to wear what you want to wear. And you have the energy and the confidence to do whatever you want to do. If that's launch and build that business on social media, or go and approach the love of your life, or whoever it is, because you have that confidence to do so. And you know you look the part. Some people have what I call fluff confidence. They just, the presentation ain't there, but they just got a level of like delusion where they'll still talk to people. They'll still just do whatever they got to do. But it just, don't you think that person right there, if they had the presentation, how much further would they be able to go in life? Like some of y'all getting to the bag right now. How much more would you be able to get to the bag if your ass was in shape? If you had more energy? If you had more confidence? Some of y'all, you having a decent love life, but how much better would it be if you had that big ass stomach in the way? If you didn't have to always cut off the lights? Guys, your life could be a whole lot better. But you're doing this boring ass 3-4 days a week workout. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I do it too. All right? Versus going once or twice every other week. You know? Versus doing some cycling classes and then bouncing to it, switching your workouts up all the time, every other day. You know, that ain't gonna cut it, man. You gotta have consistency with your workout routine. If you're gonna go 3 days a week, damn it needs to be 3 days a week. If you're gonna go 4 days a week, it needs to be 4 days a week. Not 4 days, then 1 day, then 5 days because you felt guilty for last week, and then you go back 2 days. No good. You know what that's called? Big ass stomach behavior. Big ass stomach behavior. No good, okay? I'm telling you, shit ain't all that fun, but it gets the results. 3 to 4 days a week, okay? I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. I'm 34 years old now. I've been going to the gym 3 to 4 days a week, period, since I've been 12 years old all the way up to now. Some days, back in the days, I used to go way more, like sometimes twice a day when I was in my teens. But now, 3 to 4 days a week is my average. Like most days, I will go more. I will go almost every day, just from like my mental sanity. Yeah, exercise has a way of giving you some gym therapy. Helps you manage your stress. And so that's why I tend to go a lot more. It's not just out of just my looks at this point. It's levels to this shit. But anyway, that's number 3. You need to be going to the gym at least 3 to 4 days a week. Not sexy, but you need to do it. You don't need to be at the house doing the Tae Bo workout. Everybody remember Tae Bo? Or the Richard Simmons workout. Rest in peace to Richard Simmons. You know, or whatever fancy workout routine you see that just doing body weight. No. Go to the gym and lift weights. Because some of y'all are too heavy to do a push-up. So you need to use a chest press machine. Some of y'all are too heavy to just be doing body weight squats, squat jumps at the house. So you need to go to the gym to do leg press machine, squats with the barbells, step ups with the step up machine. You see what I'm saying? All right. So that's number 3. Last thing, might not be all that fun, but it gets results. See, a lot of people, what I've noticed is, along their weight loss journey, they get very frustrated when they step on the scale. And I know somebody gonna be like, ooh, just go hit you right in the stomach when you hear this shit. They get very frustrated after they've been on their weight loss journey so long, they don't even want to look at the scale no more. So they stop stepping on the scale. They don't even want to look at their body no more in their mirror, in their bathroom mirror, or the stand-up mirror in the room or in the living room. So they throw some clothes or they throw a towel on the mirror so they don't even see their damn self no more. No good, because it won't keep you honest about your situation, because you're avoiding it. And avoiding it, being indifferent, doesn't mean that the problem is still not there. And in most cases, the problem gets worse because you just kind of like sweeping it up underneath the rug. You just don't want to see it. Guys, I'm telling you, you can't live that way because shit gets worse. Okay? And so instead, what you want to do is you want to, on a weekly basis, do a weigh-in. On a weekly basis, do a progress photo. I didn't say every day. On a weekly basis, it could be one time a day with my coaching members. Every Friday, they do a weigh-in, they do a progress photo, and in my coaching program, they do a check-in form. That way we know for certain what type of results they're getting. If they have questions, the whole 9. We ain't guessing over here. We getting results, okay? It ain't fun, because sometimes you may only drop 1 pound in that week. Sometimes you may drop 2 or 3 pounds in that week. Sometimes you may drop no pounds in that week, but you still do it anyway. Why? Because it keeps you honest. It helps you understand where you are. Because if you don't know where you are, how do you know what you need to be doing to get to the next level? You don't know. Because you have no context on what your situation is. And so this is why it's important that you do this. And when I'm helping my coaching clients, by me seeing their progress photos, by me seeing how their weight's coming off, or if the weight isn't coming off, I'm able to help them make adjustments if the weight isn't coming off. Some folks, a lot of folks, the weight ain't been coming off for not months, but years. They doing the same shit. At some point, you got to change up what you're doing if you want some change to happen. If you're doing the same thing expecting a different result, ain't that like the definition of insanity or something like that? You doing the same thing. Same old, same old. I know how to lose the weight. Well, if you knew how to lose the weight, you wouldn't be 40, 50, 60 pounds overweight. Ain't nobody just go voluntarily get big as hell. No, you got to start doing something different. You got to make some changes, or else things get worse, guys. Why do y'all think I do so much content? Like, it's just something in me, like in my spirit, that just like wants to help people not to let things get out of hand to where you feel like, fuck, man, it's about to be extremely hard. Like you just dig yourself into such a deep hole, you just almost feel hopeless. You don't want to get to that point. And so we got to go ahead and get these things fixed now. You don't want to get to the point where you have full-blown type 2 diabetes and you got a toe cut off, you having holes in your legs, or all these other crazy issues like high blood pressure, and you end up on dialysis because you think your high blood pressure ain't that bad, and so you just living with it. I'm telling you guys, you think your situation bad now, it can get a whole lot worse. But it don't have to be that way if you start being proactive about what you're doing with your habits. It ain't about having the best workout routine or the best meal plan. You just got to have something that supports you and something that you can sustain long term. When you have a training routine, a workout routine, these things, it can seem boring because it's just like, it's a lifestyle. Shit, I'm pretty sure your ass don't always want to go to work. But it's a lifestyle. Your ass got to make money some kind of way. So you go to work whether you bored or not, happy or not, sad or not. You take your ass to work, because if you don't go to work, what happens? Your ass going broke. And so you take your ass to work whether you bored or not. Yep. So why not treat your body the same way? Why not treat your body and your health the same way? So that way, you get into the bag, you know money coming into the household, right? Into your bank. Why not go ahead and do the boring things that I just shared with you so you can get your body on point? So your body can match your bank account. For those people who have a nice looking bank account. And your bank account ain't looking like, I don't know what to say to you. Anyway, you get where I'm coming from. All right? I want you to have it all. The body, the bank account, the life. You just enjoy yourself. But just know, guys, it ain't gonna always be sexy. You ain't gonna always be sunshines and roses when you wake up and you gotta go to the gym. Some of this shit ain't gonna be fun. But if you do these things I just shared with you, you will lose a lot of weight. Okay? That's it. We out of here. Let's get it. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.